YouTube, Dog Pound Nation? Thanks for tuning in. On my way home from work, the little evening rant. We're going to get into this NFL draft and some other news with Deshaun Watson, Baker Mayfield, and possibly more. So please, if you want to join Dog Pound Nation, do this by taking the time, hitting that subscribe, hitting that like, and hitting that notification bell. So please, take the time, join the family, and let's get into this video. All right, little news about Deshaun Watson. I read a little article. It's been floating all over, popping up everywhere, that the attorney for the 22 victims put in a request to interview Deshaun Watson for the disposition, and it was denied due to the fact that Deshaun Watson is full-time employed Monday through Friday, and he now lives in Cleveland or Ohio. So he lives here now, or not here because I'm in New York, but you know what I'm saying. Lives in Ohio, and it's not possible. You're gonna have to wait. I'm sure that peed off the attorney, but oh well. And guys, like I'm saying, man, I'm telling you, Deshaun Watson is gonna be the week 1 starter for our Cleveland Browns in the year 2022. I'm telling you right now, this kid's gonna be our starter, and good things are gonna happen. I'm getting excited. For a while, I was on the fence about it. I was kind of weary about it. Like, oh man, is he gonna play this year? Is he gonna be suspended 6 games, 8 games? But listen, now here's the thing. If it was Roger Goodell taking care of this whole thing with Deshaun Watson, he would have been suspended by now. That's a fact. Because as we've seen with other similar cases, he suspends them pretty much off the rip. And, but the thing is, Deshaun Watson's case is being handled by that district court judge. And I think this judge, she wants to see all the cards laid out on the table before she makes that decision. You know what I mean? Because you got to look at it both ways. Say they do suspend him right now. Say they only suspend him for 6 games. Right? And then all of a sudden, some incriminating stuff pops up, and now, they can't really go back on the suspension, I wouldn't think. It's kind of like double jeopardy. So I think they're going to hold tight, wait patiently, let the NFL and the, finish doing their investigation and let this play its course, because they want to get it right. Because it can look ugly if they don't get it right. If something does pop up, which I don't think there's going to, because it would already have by now. But I bet you that's one of the reasons why. And the other thing is, the judge, I think, she's being fair. And the other big, huge factor in this, there's not one stinking lick of evidence tying him to any of these. You would think after 22, accusations, that there would be one piece of evidence. One. There's cell phones these days. Everybody catches things on cell phones. Here's the thing. I know I'm going to make a great point. All right. Now, if I was a woman, and wherever this case, this took place, because it's happened on more than one occasion with one of these females. So, if I was being disrespected in any way, being assaulted by Deshaun Watson, okay, I'm getting my cell phone prepared to record, at least record, voice record, anything. I'm doing that. It's not right. Listen, he's laying down. You can make moves to get your phone and push that record button. It's not that hard. So, which leads me to believe, damn well that would have happened if a lot of these were true. This is why I think this is a bunch of bullshit. Because listen, I know damn well, if I'm in a room with Deshaun Watson and I was being assaulted or being verbally assaulted, whatever the case may be, I'm hitting that record button on my phone. All you gotta do, take the screen off, hit that camera button, app, start recording. One of these women would have been able to do that. That's why I think this is a bunch of shit, man. So, we'll see. I think Deshaun Watson's going to be our week 1 starter. And I know a lot of guys have thrown in the comments stating that he's not going to play 1 snap this year, or he's not going to play once. He's not going to be taking that snap week 1, whatever the case may be. I strongly disagree. I'm telling you right now, Deshaun Watson is going to be the week 1 starter for the Cleveland Browns. These civil cases, like I've said before, take forever to drag out. Forever. So I think the NFL is going to be patient with this, like they should. And I'm not trying to sound biased because he's on my team now. That's with anybody. You can't be quick to discipline somebody without any facts. So they got to be patient. And I think it's going to work in our favor. And, you know, it's crucial because I was bummed out, man. I was on the fence about it. I was like 6-8 games he's suspended. Oh, my goodness. That could be rough. I mean, we're wasting more time. But I think he's going to be here. So, good things. What do you guys think? What do you think? Do you think Deshaun Watson's going to be our week 1 starter? Let me know in the comments or hit that like button if you think he's going to be our week 1 starter. So, another thing is, on to Baker Mayfield now. Read a little something on Baker Mayfield. Baker Mayfield has other suitors involved now. Other teams are interested in Baker Mayfield. All right. It's Carolina Panthers are still in play. Seattle Seahawks are still in the play, they're saying. And there's 2 that weren't identified, but I think I did see something in another article where the New York Giants are possibly another team that's involved due to the fact that they don't want to give Daniel Jones his 5th-year option. They don't see him as the long-term answer. And Baker Mayfield is definitely better than Daniel Jones. I don't care what you say. So that might be an option. And I wouldn't mind seeing Baker Mayfield go to the Giants. I really wouldn't. That was my grandfather's team. I think that'd be all right. He's out of the AFC. I think that'd be a great landing spot for him. I really do. Got a good coach over there now. And, you know, offensive minded, I think can help Baker. And I want to see Baker succeed, man. I don't want to see the kid, his career go down the tubes. I really don't. I'm not going to be a hater if he goes somewhere and he balls out. I'm not going to be that guy. I want to see the kid succeed. And if he ends up getting a Super Bowl ring, good for him. But I do not, and I mean do not, want to see him go to the Pittsburgh Steelers. If we had to release him or whatnot and they picked him up, I would not be happy about that at all. But I don't think that's going to happen. I think he will get traded. Don't know for what, but I think that's the route that's going to take place. So we will see. Now, the NFL draft kicks off tonight, 8 p.m. We don't have that first round pick due to the addition of Deshaun Watson. I don't think we're going to move up into the first round. That's not going to happen. We have no draft capital whatsoever to make that happen. I mean, there's always that, you know, there's always that way to make that capital. And, you know, we have draft capital to do it. But, you know, Andrew Berry likes that extra draft capital to use for stuff like that. And we don't have that. But we will see. And, you know, the other thing, too, I was looking at, I want a wide receiver in the second round. I want a wide receiver at pick 44. But that, I don't think that's going to happen. The more I've been looking, you got the Kansas City Chiefs, you got the Chicago Bears, the Houston Texans. Who else? We got the Jets, Bears, Texans, Chiefs. There's other teams that are all in need of a wide receiver. And they're all picking ahead of us. What's that, 5 off the board right there? So, I mean, I think once it, you know, gets to that second round, we have to make something happen. We have to move up into that, into the early, you know, mid 30s, late 30s, I think, to get a comfortable, you know, selection at wide receiver. I truly believe that. I don't think, you know, if we sit tight at 44, he's not going to be there. It's not. And, you know, I think if we go wide receiver, the Cleveland Browns, we're going to have to move up to grab one. And I'm hoping it's Pickens, man. That's who I really want. I like George Pickens. I really do. I know he's coming off that torn ACL, but I think the kid's a hard worker. I mean, the kid came back in a flash from his ACL injury, which leads me to believe that he's a dedicated hard worker and, you know, and good head on his shoulders. So I like that. Plus, I love his play. His play on the field speaks for itself. So now, if we don't go wide receiver, we got to go edge. I think we got to go edge. And, you know, and I just hope, like I said before, I hope Clowney just signs back with us. I really do. He would have done us a favor. You know, I'm going to be pissed if he does come back and we draft, you know, a guy pretty high. You know, I wish he would just sign, you know, make things a hell of a lot easier. But Clowney's not, he don't roll like that. He don't roll like that. But we will see. And we do need D-tackle. That's another thing. D-tackle, we are pretty thin there. I was actually looking at if we were starting, you know, with the start. I seen a starting roster, and pretty thin right in that area. So, man, AB's got to make some moves, and I believe he will. I know damn well he doesn't think he's going into the season with what he's got right now. So, I'm a firm believer he's going to beef that up one way or another. But I'm going to get this out to you guys. This rant is coming to a close. Guys, enjoy the draft tonight. Everybody stay safe and God bless. And if you haven't, please subscribe to the channel and hit that like. Join Dog Pound Nation. Have a great night. And go Browns!